Mr. Ozzy Cow is in the place. Yo, 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 man, how you doing? Hope you're doing great. We got the wheel bearing. The one that Rockadoodle didn't ship properly the first time. It's here. So we're going to finish that on passenger side today. Can't wait. That's going to be nice. Bit of work to do, though. So yeah, let's wait a little bit. Then we're starting. I didn't ask it to start now, but apparently we're ready. So here we are. There you go, guys. Welcome into another moment on That Big Datsun. So today we're going to be completing what we started last week, actually 3 months ago. But yeah, last week we went on and installed the wheel bearing on that side, which was the one that was problematic. And here we are. It spins. It's beautiful. It's great. It works just fine. Everything's final in there. So today we're going to be working with that. For those who were not there, basically we were missing this here inside our wheel assembly, and now that we got those, we are ready to go on. But when we were looking at everything, happens that we didn't have the right bearing for the other side, which we just received. So it is right here, right now, ready to go in. We got our new wheel bearing right there. So that's gonna be fire. So we're gonna be installing all that. We have a little bit more to do than just say, hey, we throw that in there. Just because today, basically, we are also replacing this here, the half shaft on the passenger side, because we destroyed the top thread there. So you see that? That's not great at all. It is an issue. So instead of dealing with that and having issues with it, what we're gonna do is replace it with the one we took out, which is a little bit more crunchy on that side here, the bottom side, like what's external to it, but is in better shape in the internal part of it. So all that part, less corrosion and everything. So yeah, we're gonna go with that instead of that one. But we need to replace our studs. So the wheel stud here needs to go on there because as you can see, they're not exactly the same length. So we need that for our big wheel setup. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna start with that right now. If everything goes well, more or less an hour and a half of work on them, which means after that we're gonna start disassembling our U-joint in there. So we want to replace what allows that movement in there with brand new U-joint, just because they are old, they are rusty, and I feel like the protection on them are busted if I look at all the grease that's everywhere into that. So that's the plan. Let's dive straight into it. First of all, let's start replacing the stud. So I'm gonna bring the cam boop, 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 over here, and we're gonna start working on these. Up, that can go under there. That should be pretty good. How we doing today on the cow? Hope you're doing great. Anyone else in chat I haven't said hello to, just let me know. Hope everyone's doing amazing. Up. That. We're good here. We're good there. Everything's fine. Yes, sir. So let's do this. Dual side. Dual side. Hey, works. Hell yeah. So there we go. All right. So it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world to get done, but we'll see how it goes because every time I say that, usually I'm getting a little bit disappointed. But what we want to do is basically press, that was grease. We want to unpress these studs from in there and add that to the other one. So I should be able to just proceed like that and use one of the tool I actually like. Ugh, almost died. Oop, I'm gonna zoom a little bit on that chat, otherwise I won't be able to read anything. Yeah, absolutely. Working under a dash seems like a good way to, relieve that headache. Yeah, yeah. What doctor are you seeing for that so I never go there, please? Holy hell. It's all right. You're fine. There we go. So we're going to use that here. So for those who are not used to, that's a big, big, big C-clamp that allows you to press in and out some stuff. So we're going to use that to remove the studs. Really a useful tool. Love it. Always quite useful with these kind of thing. I'm going to go there.
Inosuke Uchiha, Shirdix 100, the greatest VNTO.
Huh? What up, Inosuke? How you doing, sir? Welcome in. Hope you're doing amazing. What are you up to today? Surprised to see you so early. Aren't you at work or anything? Damn. Hell yeah, brother. How you doing? Imagine having the incredible Inosuke thinking that I am the best when he is the best. Jokes on him. That, and then... That's freaking amazing. Thanks so much for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Hey, Inosuke, have you heard about what's going to happen next week on this very stream? You're not ready for it, I think. Actually, I'm going to use a smaller version of that. Let me know if you haven't heard of it. I'm going to do a big announcement, an official announcement tonight in the Discord. Normally tonight or tomorrow morning, worst case. You didn't hear it? On next Sunday, I'm going to be doing basically kind of a subathon, if we want, which we're going to be calling a lapathon. It's going to be the 420 challenge, where basically I'm going to try to do some iRacing for 420 laps, which, if I take the average lap time of the races I'm doing and all that, it should be around 10-hour stream, but people will be able to remove some completed lap from the counter, which means if I'm, for example, at 70 out of 420 done, someone can give a sub, give some bits or anything like that to remove one lap and bring that down to 69 out of 420. Nice. Mr. Lump is in the place and Mr. Phil is in the place. What up, guys? Hell yeah, how we doing? Hope you're doing amazing. So yeah, basically the lap-a-thon is gonna be a thing on next Sunday, where in one sitting we're trying to do 420 laps of iRacing, all type of races available. Basically, it's going to be a roulette to know which one we're doing. And if someone wants to give, I think it's 1,000 bits. 1,000 bits allow you to pick the race of your choice. Plus, it removes laps, of course. So that's cool. And then it's Daytona prep. Well, there might be some of it through all that, because I think Daytona is this week and it's still going to be available on next Sunday. So there might be some Daytona. And that's a good example. Daytona, 1 minute 48 per laps, more or less, which means it's long. Like 420 laps of that we did like 700 in 24 hours. So that gives you an idea. There's something in my glasses. How we doing, Lump? Hope you're doing amazing, friend. Rewriting, you know it. Oh, hell yeah. Vinto do another 420. Oh my god. Well, that's the thing. If people get on really early, it's gonna start early in the morning, really early for you, because it's gonna be probably at 8 my time that it starts. That means if someone tune in early and people goes nuts right there, there's gonna be the possibility to actually push that in the negative too. So as I sit in at 0 out of 420, people can start gifting subs, resubs, stuff like that, and basically get to a point where I'm at minus, for example, minus 69 out of 420, you know? So we can go also backward, and I need to come all the way back in the positive before even technically starting the challenge. So that's gonna be awesome. And basically, we're gonna be doing that. And it should be pretty funny. I got my new computer for the VR setup and all that. Should be pretty fun. So yeah, 420 of Daytona. Yeah, that's not the idea. The idea is gonna be to be jumping on multiple type of cars and everything, and it's all gonna be online races, by the way, guys. So yeah, that's gonna be the plan for this Sunday. Big challenge, big thing. I just did a small endurance race on Saturday that went pretty great. And I did 3 hours in a row out of 4. And after 3 hours, I was like, holy shit, am I able to do 10 hours of that? And I think the answer is yes, but I'm gonna need some breaks. Did I actually shats and not shaft in the title? Oh my god, no! I did a half shaft. Thank you for that. Fail. That's lovely. But to have a golf car trying to lap, let's go. That's gonna be good. But yeah, so it should be pretty interesting. So hi everyone. We were talking about the what's coming up next. Just keep an eye on the Discord for all the details. Also, one thing really cool, a big, massive shout out to Vig Gaming, who actually is someone from TFG community that helped me, well, help me. He just provided a tool that's gonna be working freaking great for what we're planning to do on iRacing for the Lapathon, which is basically keeping track of the gift, the bits, and everything, all the way down to the point 1 lap. So if someone like you did right now in Ozuke gift 100 bits, it will remove point something of a lap. So, because I think it's going to be 500 for a full lap, so it will remove point 0.2 of a lap to the counter. And so it's going to keep track of these bits and all that. And also, if multiple people like gift and do crazy thing at that once, there's gonna be a hype system in that where at some point it can get like double the amount of lap removed to the completed lap based on the donation. So if like there's multiple gifted sub for the next 60 seconds after that, you can like double your like the laps remove and everything. So hype system and everything. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I think we're gonna have a huge time and a huge fun. All right, guys, let's jump into that. So, welcome everybody. Good day, Anarchy. How we doing? Oh yeah, guys. Lump, you're here. Orange is not here yet, though, so I won't trigger the story just yet. We're gonna talk about how went our race at Me and Anarchy this weekend. We were 4 in the team doing the race, but Me and Anarchy teamed up together. We did 2 teams of 2, and oh gosh, that was eventful and yet so freaking awesome. Ah! Come on, stay there. Don't be like that. Loud noise. We good? Oh, I don't see it. Gonna see it here. Focus voice. All right, let me just check if I see that. Focus voice. All right, are we focus voice? Are we good now? Well, yeah, we're good. All right, the butt seems to be a little bit hard on the hearing there. So we're gonna take care of that. Gonna make sure we're talking loud and clear. So what I'm gonna do is probably just press yeah on that. That's gonna help to just keep it in there. I think that's what we did last time. We had to remove these. So let's do that and let's see how it goes. So I think we're gonna have not a lot of fun doing that, but it shouldn't take too long. So let's just install everything there. And basically we just want to press that out like that, keeping that in place. Okay, that's why it has a bit of a difficulty to stay in place, because there's something behind preventing it from staying centered. It's gonna be my first challenge, like with subs that can affect the challenge and all. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. All right. Loud noise. We good? Nope. Loud noise. Are we good, bud? Yeah. Fuck. Everything's fine. Focus voice. All right. Focus voice. I'm not gonna lie, right now I just want to go play some snow runner. That thing is messing with me. What will be the best idea? We never removed the extended one. The small one we did, it was pretty straightforward, but the big one right now are actually not cooperating really well. What I think I might do is actually use something even slightly bigger to help ourselves there. I'm gonna use an actual stud like that, so we have a bigger part to press and something that will help keep that centered, just like that, or this. Now we're talking. Just gonna make sure I'm threading deep enough, because we're gonna be pressing a little bit against the thread, which isn't the greatest. Yo, what up? Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, that sound. Sure, good. How we doing, Big Dave? How we doing? Hope your day is fantastic, man. Oh, W sound, honestly. Not everyone does agree with that, but I do. All right, come on, sir. Just go straight in there. There we go. Now it should behave a little better. Yep, but we're crushing something, so I don't like that. So we're gonna go like this. Loud noise. Focus voice. Great success. We're gonna have to fix a little something that we bent on the other side, but great success so far. And that just worked fine. All right, that's gonna be our way to go. So one is out. Just need to keep going. I'm saying that we're going on to the other one. It's the other one I need to take care of, that back plate. That one is actually a bit destroyed. So here we are, chilling, trying to not get sick, but my right eardrum is, oh no, you too, man. Only Cow is having a hard day today with a headache. You with your eardrums and sinuses. Yo, guys, chill out. Christmas is not even over. You're not supposed to have a lot of family party and all where your weird uncle is giving you like all the sickness and all the weird virus and all that. Oh, Thursday, no. Oh my gosh. You know, my side so far so good. It's just cold in the garage. I forgot to put the heater a little bit higher before streaming today. Well, I wasn't even sure if I was streaming in the garage or not, but we received the bearing we were missing, so here we are. And yeah, otherwise everything's fine here. Got plenty of alcohol this weekend though. All right, you want to know, guys, what happened during that endurance race on Saturday morning? Honestly, I am kind of sad I choose not to stream it because, oh, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Front cam. Front cam. Boom, there we go. All right. Are you ready? Story time.
Hooray, it's story time. Hooray, it's story time. We're so glad to be with you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
Big game. We can do that.
Today.
Yay! All right. So, shut up, holy cow. So basically on Saturday and when I say we, it's like I said, four of us, but it was most importantly me and Anarchy here in chat that did a team where we raced VIR, so Virginia International Raceway, in the GR86 in a multi-class race. So it was BMW M2, I think, yeah, BMW M2, GR86, and Miatas all on the same one. Yo, Grabby, welcome in, sir. How we doing? Yo, nerds. And username, let's go. So many beautiful people in here, hell yeah. So basically we started the race and we did practice not that much the week prior to it. And on top of that, it was raining. And it was said that it will be a low chance of rain. Bullshit. It rained the entire race. Practice session, 30 minutes. Qualification, 8 minutes, but it's a 3-minute something lap plus an out lap, which means you have the time for one out lap, then a lap, then you don't have time for a second one. So you have a one chance only to get into qualification. And then after that, guess what? You are going straight into a race. And so what happened is that I was the one starting. I did the practice session. Oh yeah, it's super wet and all that. Then qualification, it's pouring rain. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Wet tires, everything. Let's go, let's send it. I spun the car on my qualification lap. So first out lap, pretty good, pretty decent. Qualification lap, I spun the car. That does disqualify you from qualification, and I don't have time to do another one. So I was starting at the back of our group, which is okay. I mean, starting position in endurance race doesn't really matter, especially with rain. You just want to survive. So one practice lap and then, yeah, exactly, pretty much username. And so basically that happened. So I was like, fuck me, man. But okay, let's go, let's just send it. And how iRacing work is that before you click the grid button, I fill that bitch with some fuel and I had to decide, am I using the dry or the wet tires? As we're with the grid button in the menu, you're in the drone view. I'm in VR so I can look around. I'm looking around. I see the small puddle of water and it's sunny. So I'm like, oh, what's the weather forecast? And Anarchy in the new UI didn't think of pulling like the weather and he started searching for it and you have 60 seconds or like more or less to grid. And at 15 seconds, he was like, man, I just don't fucking find the weather and all that. Just do what you think is the best. Oh, it's sunny. I'm going with, and it was low chance of rain. I'm going straight up with slick tires. I grid. It's freaking wet. It was just an illusion that it was dry with like some puddle of water on the sides. It was actually freaking wet. And then as I'm gridded, he finds the actual weather bugs and all that, and he's like, "It's gonna be raining in 5 minutes. What do you want to do now?" And I'm like, "Well, it's too late." I start the formation lap. 3 turns later, I spun because I'm on slick tire. Yeah, clear skies, wet track. And so basically, I spun the car, and he's like, "Okay, just pit. Like, it won't give you any penalties or anything. You don't have tow time. You're just gonna be starting from the pit lane." And I'm like, "Fuck, man, that sucks." But he's like, "Yeah, but it's way better than waiting until it's done, coming back in the pit and losing that minute and a half in the pit lane." You're right. All right. So going back there, what up, Huck? So going back there, we are in the pit lane. We put the wet tires. We wait for the formation lap to finish and the green flag to be triggered and all that. Once the green flag's triggered, you have a 30 seconds waiting time in the pit, and then boom, you can go. We start the race. Another GR86 was also in the pit lane, which means we started about 20 out of 21 GR. So in our class, we were 20 out of 21, and we started, I think, if I'm not wrong, 47 out of 51, something like that. And so race starting, 30 seconds of waiting in the pit lane means I'm getting out right behind, in between like the last few cars in the Miata. So I have a full group of Miata ahead of me, plus then starting to catch up on the group of the GR86, plus then the BMWs all the way at the front. But those, we don't care about them. Racing start, it was raining so bad, and it was like raining 10-15 minutes, then 5 to 10 minutes it was getting a little sunny, a little bit dry, rain was stopping, and as it started to dry a little bit, boom, more rain, and you had to change your whole way to drive the car. We had a freaking pace. To give you an idea, end of the race, and our key ended up going through the finish line in third position overall. So we started 47 or something, and we finished third overall, second in our class. Boom! That's how you do it. So even if we started all the way at the back, we managed to just bring it right in the podium position in both overall and our class. So we just nailed it. It was freaking amazing, man. People were dying all around us. You're just driving, and as soon as you get close to someone, he sees you in his mirror, panic, and he was just ditching the car, spinning it and all that. Honestly, it wasn't a hard work to pass people. It was a hard work to keep the car on the track. I spun a couple of times, hit some nasty 360 no scope where I just spin the car in the middle of the track and like get it back straight towards where I need to go. And I'm just like, all right, nothing happened in the first 2 hours, but zero collision. Yeah, exactly. And in the end, it was an amazing race. We made some really good racing overall. It was freaking amazing. I had such a good time, and I ended up like, and all that was after the Friday stream. So I went to bed at like 12:30. Saw I was doom scrolling on my cell phone, so I saw the 1 a.m. At some point, and then went to bed. And I was waking up at 5:30, so I had about 4 hours of sleep in me. And it was the first thing I was doing in my morning for 4 hours. We were in endurance race. Then I was starting really my weekend, and it started on such a good note. So there we go. That was absolutely fantastic. I had such a good time. So yeah, guys, iRacing, get it. It's worth it. So great. If you're into racing cars, it's the best sim racing out there. It was so good. And the next big event is, yes, of course, the challenge for iRacing this weekend. But then with the team at the third weekend of January, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be doing the 24 hours of Daytona GT3 class. That's where we're going to be at for sure. And that one's going to be streamed. So for sure, dual side. Let's get back in that. Hell yeah. Loud noise. That didn't work. loud noise. Okay, bye. Focus voice. All right, so this is good. Two done, two to go. As long as we're not damaging that, it's good. You can see I damaged the plate behind. We're gonna need to make it better on the actual one we want to keep, but so far, not so bad. There we go. Hopla. How's your day going, Hawk? Also worth mentioning, first place and second were on another level of term of pace, but second had too many incidents, so served the penalty. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually, like first and second were just freaking aliens on the rain. They were actually really, really, really great racers on the rain. And the only thing we got second in our class is because, as NRK is saying, they had to serve a penalty because they had too many off-track or incident point actually, so off-track collision stuff like that. So that was pretty something. That honestly, the first guy, like the one that won the BMW and the overall had like 98 incident point, and you had to serve a penalty after 35x. So he had to serve at least two penalties on his side. That was pretty incredible. It was crazy. It was a crazy race. It was so great. Honestly, I had a good time in the rain, which I thought I will never say, like ever, ever. I almost forgot to put that. Username, come on. He is probably sweet, and she's probably so sweet with him. We know Hawk. No! I forgot to disable them! No! Fuck, 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 Big Dave, no! And Arky, stop it! Oh my god! Delete, delete quicker! Delete! Delete! Oh, that was only Cow. I thought it was Big Dave. No, it was Big Dave that started it. Oh my god. And of course, it's only Cow and Anarchy abusing it after that. I swear to God. These guys. All right. Loud noise. Focus voice. Focus voice. All right, we're good, guys. Oh, god damn it. Only Cal, yeah, I bet you pick up that phone quick as fuck. You guys, oh my god. Three penalties and he still lap us, that's crazy. And was it only one lap or two? I think it was two, right? Ringa dinga dinga dinga. Such the best. Oh my god, such the best. Here we go. So that's the first one done. Now that one we need to make sure we keep it clean. So that one is a little bit more crispy on the outside overall, but I think we're gonna be way better with that in the middle, and also the threads are perfect. So that's what we want. There we go. Onto my chest so I could do that. Oh my god. Commitment. I like it. I like it. Full commitment on Only Cow's side. At least you didn't drop it on your head, which is already not feeling so great right now, right? What we might try to do is actually use a sleeve here, so that way we're not crushing anything. Ow, that was my elbow. Oh, yikes. Yeah, we're gonna try that, I think. So we're not crushing everything. That, and keep the same idea of pushing that in, so it's gonna just help. Because that one we need to keep it clean. Up, up. Oh, it's gonna be the worst thing to put all that together, but whatever. Yeah. It's gonna be rough. Oh, did you just check that, Anarchy? Because I knew your pace was already really decent overall. But did you just check that to make sure and it was for real, for real? Freux. Oi. Cunt. Like you were asking me, am I slow? Am I good? And I was like, dude, you're good. You're not doing 340, so it's all good. We're fine. We're doing great. Just keep it there. All right, that seems like a sketchy way to put all that together. But if it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid, right? There we go. Loud noise. We good? Yeah. All right. Up. Focus voice. All right, that works pretty great overall. That's really doing the job we're wanting it to do. So that's cool. Now let's just try to finish pushing that out, up, without damaging too much the plate at the back. But already we just saved it quite a lot now. So we love to see that. Boom, here we go. And when we're gonna press the new one, it's gonna put the plate back to its place. So that's awesome. All right, so let's keep going on that. Just the way we're doing it now seems to be perfect. So that I'm always almost dropping that big piece of metal on my toes. So hopefully we will avoid that. It wouldn't be so cool if I was dropping that straight on my toes. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. By the way, welcome everybody joining right now. Thank you so much for being here so early in the stream. I really do appreciate that. It's freaking amazing. Feel like going live in the afternoon is the way to go overall, because last week the morning were maybe a little too early. So this week I'm going to try to aim for afternoon stream. and yeah, see how it goes and everything. Also, it's gonna be Christmas, so at some point there's gonna be family time and all that. But yeah, I bet it's gonna be the same for everyone, right? Anyone has something crazy planned for Christmas? On my side, it's pretty straightforward. Classic, classic family dinner and all that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be chill. Loud noise. There we go. Focus voice. All right, that's two done now, which is amazing. So let's get to the other side, get that part done. Then we're gonna clean the rust on top, put the new one in, and then yeah, we're gonna be ready to send it in there. So that's gonna be great. Honestly, so happy that the actual bearing delivered in time and didn't like took too long because of Christmas or whatever. That's feeling just fine, just perfect, just great. Ew, that's disgusting. All right, so that let's put one in there. That we're gonna do this. Nailed it. Hopla, hopla, hopla. There we go. Loud noise. Hell yeah. Focus voice. All right, so you're saying my chub finger hoodie arrived on. Oh, let's go! Nice, I love that username. Hey, I didn't understood that. I think it's you that wrote on the Discord about Mighty Karmad's one of the latest episodes, and I didn't understand that they had done the 24-hour in Malaysia a second time. I didn't get that. That's freaking great. I need to watch that episode. I haven't watched much YouTube in a long time, including Mari Karma's Kid Factory and all that. I used to follow all that like religiously every week, and now it's been like over a year I haven't watched. But man, I need to watch that episode. Oh man, I need to watch that. The first one was already so great, and I saw this morning that our Christmas movie we get this year is a Key to the City 2, which is going to be a banger. It's gonna be so freaking good with the best music on top of that, cause Moog is a legend. Inazke, if you're still around, did you end up working on your car a little bit? I know you were looking for tools and stuff. Hope you're gonna have the time to get what you wanted to do on the car done, and everything's gonna be straightforward. Loud noise. Ow. Focus voice. I catch the impact with my foot. Everything's fine. Didn't hurt, but I hurt my finger. But it's all fine. We're good. We've seen worse. All right, it's removed. We preserve most of that plate, which is great, which is just like a little dust cover at the back. Yeah, key car, Xmas, hell yeah. S660, what is a S660 exactly? I'm not sure what that is. Don't judge me too much. Oh, because they have done all the, it's a Daihatsu. Oh, that would be great. We never had Daihatsu here, like even like the first gen of Micra and all that is not something we had here. So I'm not super familiar with all these. Oh, what? It's a Honda? Oh my God. Oh, that's so cool. That's so freaking cool. Oh yeah, I think I saw one of these. That would be great. That would be freaking great. All right, so far so good. So we're gonna be brushing that a little bit, remove just the rust at the surface, maybe put a little bit of spray paint on it. I'm really thinking about maybe doing them with also some, some, not powder coat, what we did the differential with. It is. I have the can right here. Let me check. It is par 15. Par 15. I'm looking maybe forward to do it with that. That one here isn't bad at all, but I think could work. It's just that I don't want to put anything really here because that's the center where the wheel is getting maintained and all that. So, well, technically with universal wheel, it's bigger than that, so it's not really true. But yeah, just to put a protection, a coating of protection for all the rust. We're just gonna brush it for now. We'll see later on, and yeah, because it's more the CV axle I'm looking for. I'm looking for that. So yeah, with a K swap, man, K swap honestly will be a swap I will look forward to do at some point. It looks so freaking good. It looks good. It's easy to work on. It does amazing power. Front cam. All right, so let's go with this, that, that. So we have that. We're gonna take steel wire brush from what we have here. Up, up. Is that gonna be enough, or that one will be better? I think that one will work great. All right. So if I bring the cam here, it's a bit of a mess on the workbench, but whatever. Dual side. There we go. So what we're gonna do here is simply go ahead and start brushing the backside here. So that's gonna help a lot. I'm gonna just move that a little bit to the side here, that here, these here. Here we go. We're just gonna try to remove surface rust on them, make it a little bit cleaner without going too crazy on that. Like it's still just a big chunk of metal, so it's not like it's really something I'm thinking, oh no, it's gonna break. I want to do something with an 8 HP before they can. What is that? Let me check. Yo, that's so cool. Okay, so the S660 is a recent actual thing. That's crazy. Eight HP is the BMW semi-auto. Oh yeah. People are doing crazy build with those, right? I know the DCT from BMW also look quite a lot for like swap and everything, because you can actually use them in a tune to get some freaking amazing shift and all that. So we're just gonna make sure we're not brushing the bearing surface. Super important, but otherwise everything needs to be brushed to remove a coat on that. There's a few pieces of corroded material here and there. Just gonna break this surface rust. There we go. Forced family fun time. I mean, if it's fun, is it really that forced? You're gonna have some fun. It's all fine. How can a true gamer manner just want to be in front of our creators, not in front of family? Totally understandable. Okay, most of the little chunk of surface rust is gone. Now we're gonna do that face here quickly. So it's cheaper. The X-Drive one is only 400. Slap it in a Hilux with a 1UZ. Oh my god, that's crazy. Film that, Hawk. That's gonna be great. Turn on OBS and just record. That's gonna be so freaking funny. Straight up good content there. And record when he cry at the end. That way, like, it's gonna be everyone's first experience in Tarkov. Not perfect, but that does definitely help. Because again, that's the surface where the wheel is sitting again. So you want that to be quite decently clean and flat. Otherwise, you could have some surprise. You think so? Oh my god, she's a psychopath, that's true. Just gonna try to do a little bit of the same here. That surface isn't too bad just because it was covered. Heater starting, thanks God, because it's freezing today. There we go. Hell yeah, now let's try to flatten out just a little bit these. There we go. Ready to get back in. Boop. So we're gonna go press some of these studs in there, the extended one, and we should be good to go with that. All right, front cam. Let's go. Woo! Dual side. Here we go. So we're going back here and it's basically same procedure, just the other way around. So what we're gonna be looking at is actually place that here, place that there, and try to clamp that properly so that we can just go ahead and place everything in there with a stud and all. Up, up. And these studs, how were we already pushing them in. I do not remember, to be honest. So we're gonna have to figure out something or go back, see the VODs, but I'm a little bit lazy to search for that. After so many hours of content of that car, we're just gonna try to go here and see if I can just start it with the hammer here. So let's go. Loud noise. Focus voice. All right, focus voice. So it's starting to go, but I'm gonna try to make it so it is more precise. The good thing is right now I should be able to just press it like this. So what we're gonna do actually is reverse that, because that's the place we need to keep an eye on. And we should be good to just press it with that C-clamp really easily, just because that is a flat surface, so the stud can go around this here like this, and we can just press it. So I think I was overthinking a little bit. It's really not that hard. So as long as it's looking something like that. Loud noise. Here we go. Focus voice. That is a great success. So we're just gonna do that for all of them, and we're gonna see how it goes from there. But technically speaking, again, should be really straightforward. And they should just sit perfectly straight in there, and we shouldn't have too much of an issue doing that. Hup. Loud noise. There we go. Focus voice. Front cam. Extended stud installed, so that's perfect. We are now ready to attack the bearing assembly itself. So that's super cool. Honestly, going great so far. We are respecting that hour and a half I was talking about. It's been an hour. We are onto that. Had some chit chat here and there. So that means we're pretty much bang on schedule with what we had planned with that. So let's dive straight into the assembly here, which is going to be with that other bearing over there. Focus, voice, dual side. Need to use the right one, right? Here we go. Let me actually bring you over. Oh, I broke the cam. And it's gone. So let me just go here, there. Classic. Good job. Thank you. I'm doing great, man. I'm a professional. Here we go. All right, so first of all, I double checked that to make sure it was the good bearing for it. It is. So what we're gonna do is press that in there. However, first thing first, we're gonna be giving a little bit of love to that spacer right here, because that one too is a little bit nasty, and it is what will bring some nice lovely spacing in there, but we don't want some schmitz from going like to go into our bearing area, so let's remove some. Technically speaking, that one isn't anywhere near that, but still we're gonna just prevent for the biggest amount of shit to get in there. So let's go, boom boom boom. Hup. Time to put back the gloves because it's about to get greasy and nasty. I forgot to buy some new one because last week we were using the last two, like the last pair of glove I have right now, so I need to buy some new one, and I forgot, and I stopped there at the hardware shop yesterday. I just didn't think of it, of course. Hey, have a lovely day, Grabby. You got this. You're the best. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. All right, there we go. So you know the drill. I think at this point we're gonna be packing that big bearing here with some fresh grease. So bearing grease, of course. So we're also gonna apply some here. So for now, I'm gonna do that to just push the excellent in there. So here we are. That's the favorite part of Lump, where I just push a lot of lube into these parts. He really enjoyed that. There we go. Here we go. So the idea here is not to pack too much of it in there, but to just make sure you actually lubricate everything properly by spinning that. So that way the balls are spinning, and that's gonna make all of them get some grease into them. So I'm moving both the center and also the balls themselves through the assembly, just like so. So that way it is perfectly lube. So from there, such a good one for that. That one is incredible. That one is actually incredible, not gonna lie. All right, so that one here, we're gonna grease that one a little bit too. Hey Goose, how we doing? Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing amazing. Grease it good. Oh, not that way, I think you mean. All right, let's push the spacer that will prevent it from going too far, prevent our bearing, the outer one, to go too far. So here we are, boom. That one straight at the bottom. I greased every sides of it, so it first prevents some rust, to prevent some friction when it spins, so we're good there. On top of that, now this, we want the rubber ring that protect our spacer to go face down here, so just like that. And now it's the fun part of pushing that in. Ugh. How you doing, Mr. Goose, today? Hope you're doing freaking amazing, sir. Hope you had a great day so far. And now I'm gonna remove one more time these lovely gloves just because I'm gonna be using hammer and stuff, so I don't want to grease everything with those greasy fingers. Up, just like so. Hope your weekend was freaking amazing. Goose, you missed it, but I talked about the race, the endurance race I did on Saturday. Holy crap, that was a fun one. Basically, just to summarize it, started last from the pit lane due to unfortunate event on at the beginning of the race, and basically when the green flag was set, I started like 47 out of 50 something overall. And I think it was like 51 or something. So really, really far. And through the 4 hour, me and Anarchy managed to get all the way back up to second in our class, third overall. Such an epic race. Now we just need to make sure we're starting that straight. And just for making sure I prevent your ears from going nuts, loud noise. Did it work? Did it work? It worked. Woo! Focus voice. All right, that's a little bit nasty, right? Not the nicest job to do. I really don't like doing bearings that much because the grease is absolutely awful to work with. I really don't like that. But it's all fine. We're just getting super good at it because we've done so many on that car. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's been quite intense the amount of bearings we've done so far. All right, so now let's use that again and let's push that in. Loud noise. Here we go. Okay, bye. Oh. Focus voice. All right, so now that bearing is really sit all the way down onto our spacer down there. That's fantastic. So I just double checked that one. Since it's a new shaft, it was a little bit harder than the other one to push into there. So now we're doing the proper procedure to get that all in place. So we're gonna be at the point where we go back on the car and actually press the rears, like the inner side bearing in place. And then, yeah, we should know if everything's fine or not. So we're gonna press the bearing, the inner bearing, then we're gonna be putting the seal like this into there. And so that one is what covers the end here, preventing dust to get into there. And then we're gonna be putting all that back together. So it should be pretty straightforward, hopefully. So we're going back under the car. Let's go. Front cam. Hell yeah. And move that up. I'm gonna move it right here. Dual side. I broke the cam. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. There we go. Let's fix that. Hey, boom, you're under the car now. Hell yeah. There we are. So, let's start pressing that one. I don't remember if it's this one. If so, I just put so much crap into it. It's awful. Let's double check because, oh no, I have a brand new one. That's why. Is it that one too? That one looks like a rear bearing. So is that one. Am I right thinking that? I think so. Let me double check. Hup. Yep, that's one of the, it's an inner bearing that's meant to go right there. So we're gonna start working on that. But first of all, again, time to pack it with some grease. Dual front. Dual front. There we go. So one more time, bunch of grease in there. Now we know we need to put not too much of it, but still need to properly lubricate everything in there. On both sides in that case here. Because you don't want to prevent movement and expansion, but you want to make sure you have a coated, like you have all the material in there coated in grease. That's why it's super important to like kind of move the grease around with just moving the bearing itself like that. And push it through. All right. That should be not bad at all. That makes a nice cover. Everything feels like it's nicely covered in grease. All right, let me just put that there for now as I'm removing that. Oh man. Just want to make sure I'm not spraying grease absolutely everywhere, because that's the kind of thing that just goes like crazy on absolutely everything you touch. There we go. So let's start that dual side. Now we're gonna go with the proper size for that one here, which is pretty much that. That's gonna be our first one, our first insert to start it properly. And from there we should be able to then move to the 61 to finish it. That's bigger than 61, right? Yeah, that's 64. That is a 64. See a little Schmitz. Let's double check that we don't have anything in there. Nope. And we're gonna be good to put just a tiny bit of grease, even though we have some on the bearing itself. We're just gonna go and lightly cover with a touch of grease the area we need to push the bearing into. That way it's gonna help for it to slip in place. Just like that. Really light coat. We don't want to put too much. All right, fun time incoming. Cool. That one more piece of paper to clean my hands. And now we're gonna be smashing the shit out of it. That's the plan. With the big hammer. It's hammer time. Ta-na-na-na. Ta-na. Fuck, that's really not great. You don't want your bearing to fall like that. I catched it, but man, that could have been bad. Freaking hell. Just double check that everything's fine. Because it did hit the ground, but I catched that right on time. It's not scratch or whatever. That's impressive. Was there we go. Loud noise. All right. That's helping. Focus voice. The fuck you mean? How am I supposed to push it in there if it's not to hammer it? Like, it's just helping a little bit, but I don't have a choice. It's pressed in place. Like, it's not just going in. It's not like I have any other way to do it. No, I'm open to suggestion. I'm fully open to suggestion if you have some. Are we still talking about the car? Yeah, no, I did. Like, there's grease, like on the bearing and on the surface where it's going. And now it's slightly. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's almost straight. So it's gonna straighten up right now. You were not talking about. Can we come back to the job we're working on right now, please? Sir, behave. Loud noise. Focus voice. Uh, um, I love you, Datsun. You are the most gorgeous car I ever worked on. Even in your imperfection, I feel like you are the most beautiful thing in the world, and I can't wait to actually drive you crazy. And oh my God, it works! No, loud noise. Ow! Oh no, it's. Focus voice. All right, that's the worst case. I have to pull it out. It started not straight in the hole. It is slightly, it's slightly switched, like the upper side is not as far in as the bottom side, which means it doesn't work. It won't go in place. So we're gonna take it out slowly and hope for the best. Shitos happenos, you know. Okay, is that one the right one? Oh my God, what is that link now? Sounds like an Amazon. IE, that's funny. Yeah, that will be an amazing kit to have, honestly. That will be an amazing kit to have. I do agree. So this one basically push it straight. Like what I have right now is the cheap version of it, where it's not like the drilling effect. No, I didn't froze them. I should have. I mean, they were in the garage. It was pretty cold, but like not frozen temp, of course. That's because that would have helped. Oh, that and heating the hub, I guess. Yeah, I never think of that. I just never think. Yeah. I'm gonna take it out and do that. That's a good shout. I just don't want to burn the powder coat, but it should survive, right? Right. From putting the flame just inside and not on the outside, it should survive. But you're right, it's gonna help just to expand the metal a little bit. Oi! You son of a gun. Because it got pretty cold in the garage in the last 2 days, so should be able to do that. Okay, can I don't want that to fall off. Maybe I could put, nailed it. Maybe I could put a piece of tape on the other side there, just so I prevent the bearing from going straight to the ground. I think we already did that in the past. That's fair. That's fair, that's fair. I mean, it's not direct contact, so that's the part I'm talking about. Like, heat from a flame versus heat from brace is two different things. Like, in Celsius, they're going to be the same, but it's not reacting the same on the surface. Tape. I'm going to use a piece of duct tape just to secure the back and hope it's going to stay there. So that way we should be able to retrieve that bearing without any issue. I just don't want it to fall straight at the bottom. Yeah, it won't be direct because the inside is not powder coated and all that. Yeah, I do agree. That's why we will do it. Good freaking shout. I'm not a bearing expert. I think we got it out. I'm not sure. Oh, not yet. Now we did. We do get it out. The duct tape weight did work. That's the technique there. Oh, yeah, let's go and heat it up. We didn't break it. Nope, everything's fine. Let's put it on top of its box. Clean the inside there again. For real, and that worked. I don't have that under my hand right now, but yeah, I do get how that can work. But yeah, no, we're gonna figure out. I mean, we did one. We have we already have done one side, so that side should just work eventually. We're just gonna take our time, do it properly. And that one was not even the part, like the side that was problematic in the first place. So not too worried about it. There we go. Let's heat it up. Where's my torch now? That's the question. We use it, it's there. I have a small one. Nothing too crazy. Oh, we're gonna go slow and steady as you're saying. Yeah, right. Good idea. Yep, I'm gonna listen to that. Yep, absolutely a good idea. Don't know how long I need to do that. We're gonna go for a couple of minutes, then we'll see. Maybe I'm gonna learn some hidden Datsun knowledge indeed. How to not be stupid.com. Maybe, who knows? You can see the heat wave just above. Can feel like it's hot. So I guess we can try it now. Don't know if it's gonna make a huge difference or not, but let's hope for the best. That, let's switch that one here. There. And where's the big hammer? It's there. All right, let's try that one more time. Try not to burn ourselves. So far that's straight. So far that's not exactly straight, but not as bad. Let's try to fix that. That back to straight, let's go. Pretty much right there. Whew, seems to have worked a little better this time. Yep, that seems way better. Let's keep going. Yeah, boy. It's still going. Yes, it is. All right, already some better progression there. So we love to see that. Gonna try to keep pushing until it's flat in there, then use the other thingy. That's so rough to push in there. It's actually just the worst position. If I was standing up, it wouldn't be that bad. Loud noise. All right. Ugh. Ugh. Ow. Oh. that. Focus voice. All right, so we're getting quite close to where we want it to be. Still hot in there. I can feel the heat. What we're gonna do now is try the second technique we use, which was the big socket. It was right there at the on the floor. I didn't saw it. We still have plenty to get through. It's really, really, really not easy to do. But yeah, as soon as that one's done, I think it's gonna get a little easier on us. So we're gonna try the big socket like that. That technique did work pretty well for us earlier on the other side, so let's do it. Loud noise. Oh, we good, we good. Focus voice. There we go. So that just made a huge difference. Bigger surface to hit it just means I'm having an easier time pushing in the right place and all. So that just worked fine. Now what we're gonna do is change the end here, put a smaller one, and get it entirely in. We're almost there, almost there. Oh, it's a rough job. Those bearings, honestly, I'm so tired of them. Don't tell me I failed on something on the other side. I'm gonna have to check. I think I did. I just see a washer here. That's not supposed to be there. We might have to redo the other side. It's okay. It's not a big deal, that one. Just untorquing. Like it's not removing everything, just the last nut at the back. Is that the right size? It is. Loud noise. That's a loud, oh yeah, it is low. Ah. Focus voice. All right, so we are about 5 to 6 mil away from getting that done. It's getting there. Man, it's rough on the hand and everything. Oh, I hate that job. But yeah, again, it's not going bad at all. So can't complain too much right now. We just need to finish pushing that through. It's gonna be fine. That's the worst one. The other one was straightforward, at least on that side. So we're gonna hope it goes the same way here. Let's confirm if I do have to change something here. I'm gonna need the light. Actually, cell phone will do. Oh, we might be good. Yeah, I think I do have my washer in there. Might just remove it in case. Because actually, that seemed like I had a washer, and I may have just put the washer from the old one, but we might disassemble just in case to make sure everything is fine. All right, last push. Try not to hit my fingers. We can do it. Right, chat? We're the best. We got this. Nothing will stop all of us here. Oh, hell nah. Nothing will stop us. Think we got it. Up. Oh yeah, that's all the way back. And it's too greasy. Oh, it moves. All right. Was too greasy to get it to move properly at first, but there we are. Woo! Let's put the cover in and like the seal, and then we're gonna be good to move on. So same for the seal, we're just gonna be lubricating it a little bit on the outside edge. Just so hopefully it will slip in easily. These ones are the worst, I think. I think what we just did wasn't even the worst. Those rubber, super stiff rubber seal are what I think is the worst. Oi! My earbuds didn't charge apparently since last time. We'll see how it goes. Well, so far that one is going in pretty well. Huh. Huh. Oh, wow. Well, there we go. Focus voice. Oh, we were still there. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the filter, but here we are with an absolutely perfectly placed. Huh, that's cool. All right, well, wow, moving you to the outer side as we're going there. All right, I hope you're not hearing the battery level low, otherwise it might be super annoying. I will put the earbuds on the charge. At least that one for sure. There we go. I don't hear the music in that one. All right, so I'm gonna just do that, make sure they are both there. All right, so I don't have sounds in my ears anymore, but hey, it is what it is, right? Up. So there's that. We're doing great so far. 410, and now we're 44 in. Take a little sip of water, because we deserve it. All right. So next step, it's all about putting that last piece here in there. What we're gonna do first is put some grease in the sleeve there, like in the hub itself. That. So what we're gonna do is right here, go ahead, lubricate everything in there. So as I've already mentioned last week and a lot of time, there's two purposes to that grease. First, keep everything lubricated, of course. Second, it's also to prevent rust, because something that's grease won't rust normally. However, you don't want to put too much grease, and reason for that is quite simple. Too much grease will remove that like space in the center, which allows for expansion under heat condition and all that. So if it was fully packed, it will be hard for any material to actually expand and for gas to actually move around, because it can create some gas and stuff when driving the car hard, just like basically material moving around, all that. The grease getting heat up and stuff, so you need place for it to expand. So that's exactly what we're doing by leaving some space in there. Filling that up with grease will probably cause the bearing to go bad really quickly next time. That was even something we thought we did wrong in the first place, but apparently it wasn't that. There we go. It is now time to go ahead and push our hub, our stub axle, I mean, in there. So that's a stub axle we're putting for the first time in the car. Hopefully everything's gonna be great. There we are. So far that's good. We have the bearing right there. Now that one, we're going to press it and push it in place. So the other side, I don't remember exactly how we did it. Did we use the puller in the end to push it in there? I'm not even sure. Let's test it, because I don't remember if that's what we end up doing or not. Because we can always, I think that's what we did. Like this, we can always go here and there and actually get it to sit in place. So what I'm gonna do is unscrew that a little bit. We're gonna try to press it straight forward. I could have maybe used that for the bearing actually, and use like my adapters and put the pin in the center. That could have been a way to do it. Okay, let's bring that up. And which one is the good socket? I will bet it was you, right? It isn't. I knew it, but I still don't know which one it's gotta be then. Hopla. We're still good there. Everything's fine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let me grab the appropriate socket here. 11/16. Nope. It was probably the 3/4 who's missing here. Let's go 3/4 you. It is. So I put my 3/4 socket somewhere, but here we are with another one. There we go. So we're trying to press everything super evenly through that, so that's exactly why we're gonna take the time to chase for some good anchor point, which shouldn't be too hard to reach here and there. Yep. I think that and that will actually be pretty good. Let's close it even more. That, and that. Let's just make sure we're clearing the studs, as we don't want that to be in our way. All right, that's a pain in the ass to set up in place. Okay, it's really that one that doesn't want to go at all. Interesting. Because of what, the pivot point there? And can I just do it with 2 of them? Potentially. Nah, it's gonna go sideways. 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 It's It's almost going in, but it's slightly going sideways there. So it's really tough to push it straight. Come on. Come on. Don't be a bitch. Ah. Oh, and of course, you loosening on there. All right, guys, just wait a second. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna be right back at you once we have figured that out. So if we can get that puller to work, it will be just fine. Otherwise, we're gonna start pressing it another way. But yeah, I will really love to just get it done with that, because that thing guarantee that you're gonna be pushing in a straight motion or almost in a straight motion, while hammering isn't the greatest. But yeah, if it doesn't work, right? So we'll figure that out eventually, quite soon. So if I'm going there and there, and then it's that one that causes an issue just because it extends so far. Yeah, that's such a small puller. All right, let's go straight up with the hammer. It's gonna work. It's going to work. That up. Boing. Loud noise. All right. Hmm. Focus, voice. All right, we almost got it in place. It's looking great. However, there's some rubbing at the back because the metal plate that we bent a little bit, putting the long stud in, is grabbing on the edge. You hear that? That ain't good. So we won't have the choice but to push that out. It will be a self-clearing feature there for sure, but we're gonna push it out and try to get it just in place. Or maybe I can, maybe I can actually cheat it right now. Give me a second. With a small screwdriver, maybe I can push it just enough so it's not looking like this. It's just that it's bent. So it's nothing too crazy. Oh, you know, I don't think I will. Shit. All right, we're gonna take it out. You learn, then you work properly, then you learn again. And you keep going like that until it works. What we're gonna do this time is this. Which one did I use last time? Because I know we used that. Oh, it was on the OEM one I used that, so it was working differently. Okay, let's. What up, Mr. Pound? How we doing, sir? Good evening, my friend. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you had a wonderful day. Hope everything is freaking great for you. We're struggling a little bit on our side, but it's getting there. Wow. That's actually funny because I don't have my earbuds, but they are still on apparently. They were telling me I had a low battery, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, all right, better put them on the charge. And I still hear that. Eye doctor, what did the eye doctor said? On my side, it's gonna be on the 27th, right before I put myself into 10-hour plus of iRacing live on stream, but that's not the point, right? Eye doctor doesn't need to know that. Yo, Orange! How we doing, sir? Yo, so many beautiful people joining right now. Focus voice. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to turn on the filter, so that was probably freaking loud. I'm so sorry. Am I full? Yes, I am. Up. All right, let's bend that little piece of metal back in place. That is a symptom of something called getting old. Did you know that actually between the age of 40 and 50, there's a lot of men, and it is really a man behavior, most likely, most of the time, that do get a better eyesight. Happened to my father actually, and yeah, it is something that is well known for happening to men. Hi, Cho! How we doing? Hi, how you doing, sir? It's been a while. I'm so happy to catch you there. You just hugged target user, and target user is lump thing. Just saying, watch out. At 40, oh, that happens. It's all right, Mr. Pound. You already had glasses, so it's no big deal, right? To be honest, like, it's just a poo-poo news, but nothing crazy at all. Hurt you? We are pretty sure we fixed the Datsun wheel bearing issue. It's happening. The car should finally work as it's intended. Right, that. Let's try to make sure we won't have to take it out again. There we go. There. Did I bring the other plier? No, I didn't. No, I killed the cam. I just walked on the cable and it broke, right? Don't think it was broken just before that. Where's my mouse? It's there. Let's fix the cam. It doesn't like when I click. Boom. Easy, fix. How you doing, Orange? What have you done today? You missed a story time earlier, just saying. And I hope it won't start again now. No, okay, we're fine. I was talking about the race I did this weekend in iRacing, and it was absolutely mental. We had such a good time, me and Anarchy, and it was an epic race. As we started all the way at the back of the field, because I failed to do some qualifying that was decent. I spun the car, and basically we went on starting last all the way up to second place in our class, third overall on like 50 plus teams. So that was freaking cool. All right, let's try that again. Loud noise. I hope we're good because I don't see the mic. Focus voice. Yeah, boy. That's perfect. That works. So we are right now with something that seems to be good. It doesn't rub anymore, which is a really good thing. So let's put the hat at the back, and it should be pretty much ready to go. Boop. So what I'm talking about when I'm saying the hat, well, at this point, I'm assuming a lot of you know already what I'm talking about. So what we're gonna do is put it in a square way like that. And we're putting that, which is what will seal the deal at the back. So we're just gonna put some grease on those threads, making sure there's no schmutz in there. It will just prevent some friction from happening and building up some heat in those threads when they get engaged. Ah, I'm doing crazy stuff. Here we go. Boop. That will be like this. Oh. There we go. So we're gonna need that to get in there. So we're gonna take a smaller hammer, and we're just gonna hammer it down in place so it seals. The washer right there, and from there we're gonna be ready to put the last big nut. What's up on your side of the wheel, Hurt? Hope you're doing great. On my side is pretty chill. By the way, guys, don't forget, next Sunday we're gonna have a big event on the channel where I'm gonna be basically attempting to do 420 laps, 420 laps on iRacing. It's gonna be fantastic. Loud noise. Focus, voice. All right, so that's done. Time to torque to 180 foot-pounds, which is quite rough to get. And then we're gonna be gravy. It's almost there. It's almost there, guys. That's crazy. All right, so that's 200, 190, 180. There we go. Up, up. Let's move that. That. All right. Oh, we were pretty much there. Nice. Click. On 180, it slightly went further, but not by much, so that's amazing. That means my impact is able to go at about like 170, 175. Kinda insane. And that just works fine. Now what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna close a little bit at the back here. I feel like the hat here is not sealing properly, at least not enough to my taste. And that's because when we remove it, sometimes we bend it a little bit. So we're just gonna give it a little bit of love with our rubber hammer. And just make sure it is closer. That's the craziest thing to do with old cars. You can just go ahead and modify it to your taste at some point. There we go, way better. That's a smooth bearing. Boom. Whew, big progression today, guys. Not gonna lie, it's freaking amazing the amount of progression we've made on that car into sitting into little stream. Whew. Front cam. All right, what next? We're gonna be doing a bit of cleanup here because the next step is to start dismantling some CV axle. I've never done that before. Took the time to look at the tutorial. We're gonna hope for the best. Not gonna lie, that's basically my plan. So here we are with all these. This, I don't remember what they are, so I'm gonna assume I must keep that just in case. That one's going aside. We won't need that for a while, hopefully. This. Let's put all that on the bench. Okay, bye. That. Up. All the big socket and everything. Hopla. That. So we're gonna start. That's my 3/4. There it was. So what are we going to start with right there? We're gonna start with the actual driver's side one. So let's put that one here. Let's take that one and just leave it there so that we do not go ahead and put them in the wrong place. Dual side. CV axle time. Well, technically that's a half shaft. It's not really a CV axle. Reason for that, the U joint in there. CV axle is a different type of joint with big balls and like one of those rubber boot on top. Here we don't have that. What we have is U joint. Reason we're gonna be redoing it is because even if they were working fine, there's a lot of grease stuck in there, which mean the grease came out of the seals and stuff, so it's gonna be a good time to just start that fresh. To give you an idea, here is a brand new one that we're gonna be putting in. So way cleaner, way better looking thing here. So yep, that's exactly what we're going for. And so here we go. We're gonna try to get all that together. These ones, I bought them. They are basically specially made for, well, specially made. They are supposed to fit right in there on our Datsun. It is like universal-ish type of joint. I mean, U joint is standing for universal. It's mostly the measurement and also the way they clamp in there. So in our case, and I'm gonna already take a look before starting to dismantle anything, I'm gonna take a measurement of the top here because I already feel like we have an issue, guys. They do not fit there. It's absolutely not the good size. Gotta love that. Did I order that from Rockado? Did I really? And it's not the right thing again. That will be two things in the same order. That is not okay. Let me check that. Yep. I had that and the wheel bearing here. And then these. Wait, that was not in that one? Okay, that was all that. Huh. So that was the U joint. They are all for the same. And what's bad with it is that if I take it out, we can still start dismantling those, but like definitely not the same cap, eh? That's gonna be loose in there, so that doesn't work at all. So the way they work, those one is that you see in the cap here, you have what they call the needle bearing. Let me try to show it properly. There we go. All small needles in there, and that's what on top of this actually spin and allow rotation. So when that's in there, it allows movement like this and like that. So depending on the angle of the suspension and everything, that what makes it work. So pretty cool, pretty insane little thing. Only bad thing right now is that we don't have the proper one, so I'm gonna have to buy some different one. That sucks. That actually straight up sucks a lot. Why do I have so many messages in here? Who's writing to me? Okay, that's someone from college. Huh, interesting. I was wondering if I had someone else writing to me, but it's not the case. So yeah, so basically we can already start to dismantle these, and I'm gonna be having some fun figuring out what they are actually. It won't be too hard to source the actual universal joint one dismantle because basically you need the measurement of the radius of a cap plus you have like the overall length, and this is always like perfectly equal, so it's gonna be pretty good. You have the outside fitting ones. What do you mean the outside fitting ones? And you have to do that job on axles or on, oh, it was the drive shaft, right? And this is basically mini drive shaft, those axles. Like the half shaft means like mini drive shaft, basically. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you that. Like here, I have an extension joint with some sort of a bearing in there if you want. And that one, we're not touching it at all. It's moving freely. We're good there. So we're just gonna focus on that. And what do you mean? Okay, outside ones where the clip hook on the outside. No, mine are not there. It's a C clip on the inside in that one. So that's the difference, but it's basically the same idea. They all work the same once the clip is removed. So okay, and are you using like a vice grip or something to take them out? Because with a vice grip, you can actually get a lot done on those. I'm gonna show you that. And honestly, Orange, if you're doing that kind of job, the big C clamp I'm using, like here, that's also something that can be really useful. So something like that is actually super useful because you can use that with a socket and make it work. So first of all, okay, okay. So first of all, what you want to make sure, and that's actually something I saw over there on the internet looking at how tough that job will be, is to make sure to mark in a way or like one way or another the sides of each part you're gonna be removing. So since we're only removing this from the main shaft, what we're gonna do is just mark with a little punch the side here, because that way we're gonna be reassembling dots to dots here and there, just because what you want is to keep it in the same way, same orientation and everything, because these parts are balanced from factory. So they are coming out on the car with like a way they were assembled that makes sure there won't be any vibration introduced from that in your car. So let me try to figure out if I still have my punch around, because I haven't seen it in a long time. So maybe my punch isn't around here anymore, which isn't ideal. So we're gonna try to figure out what we're using for that, because it's definitely not there. Let me try to find it here. Nope. And there, still an oper, but I had another punch, I think. That's not it. Well, no punch in sight. Otherwise, it might be on the bench around here, because usually it's where we are machining stuff that we're gonna find that, right? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just a messy guy that loses everything he touches. That's actually a fact. I really thought it was in the screwdriver drawer here. Let's just, we're gonna take a sacrificial screwdriver then. Always work. That always work. I think I used that one in the past. I think it's gonna be that. Let's grab a hammer. My hammer that I want is there. Yeah, a white marker, the problem with that is that it's easy to erase by mistake while manipulating everything. And on top of that, I'm planning on potentially washing these parts, doing a masking tape there, and doing a pour 15 on them. Unsure yet, but it might be a thing, because once the U-joint is removed, it's going to be really easy to get access to everything. So what we're going to do now is just sacrificial bits. That didn't mark properly. There we go. So one dot's there, lined up with one here. Perfect. That one's really great. We're gonna make it even more Ow, that was my finger. Dot, dot. Dot. And also dots like that when punching do not remove material. So I wouldn't use like a drill bit or anything to start a hole or anything because you don't want to remove material. That's the whole idea of keeping it in the same spot. There we go. 4 dots that we need to line up at the end. So let's just double check that there was not something similar done to the other side. That will suck if they have been rebuilt. It's not the case, so there we go. That's pretty good. Now from there, we need to get access to our actual C-clip. I can see one right there through the grease. Ah, you won't be able to, right? Like right in there, you see that little thickness there? There's a line in the inner side. That's one of those clips. So let's go ahead and let's try to remove that. Actually, I'm gonna sit like this. That's gonna be a screwdriver or something like that type of job. Maybe pliers, long nose, stuff like that. I have no clue how that's gonna work, especially with how old that part is. So that might be an actual nightmare to get out. We're gonna try to clean up some of the crap also. I just want to see that clip actually move in the first place. That will be fantastic because it got pushed like this. So we're gonna try to take it out the other way around. But yeah, we really need that clip to first move if we want to have any chance of getting that out. That's dangerous. And also, since it's articulated type of things, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Yeah, I see both clips there. So that screwdriver isn't big enough. We're gonna try with a little pry bar. See if we get any more luck, if it fits a little bit tighter in there. Not really. Maybe like this. Ow. That was the top of my finger that I just removed some skin. Absolutely beautiful. Because if I cannot push that C-clip out, it won't move anywhere. OSHA. Absolute OSHA right there. Let me try to see if I have enough battery back in the earbuds now. So I can actually hear it properly, just not in the distance. Connected. Okay, that's gonna be an interesting one. Great challenge right there, right in front of us. Because getting that out won't be an easy task. Like I said, if I can just see it at least move a little bit, because that's another thing. Those clips can get like rusted out and actually fuse with the actual part you're trying to remove. So usually that's really not that fun when this happens, but hey, it's also part of the game. If mechanic was always easy, everyone will be doing it. It's really all about figuring out the best way to achieve what we're looking for. I don't think that can fit in there, probably no. That's, I think, what I hate the most with these clip inside there is that it's really hard to get any tool in there and get like a proper access to it. So again, we're gonna go with maybe even a smaller pry bar and see if we can manage to achieve something different there. Oh, the punch is right here. Haha, got it. A little bit late, but got it. I had a smaller pry bar. I think I took it out when we worked in here. Let me just try to find it again. Is it just under there? It is not. Is it something I used on something else? No, 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 no. Not here, not here. What else could I use to take that out? Any idea in chat is more than welcome at this point, to be honest, because I think that's going to be one of the most painful experience. And honestly, I'm not a pro in rebuilding some U-joint, so we'll see how it goes. I thought I had a smaller one than this laying around, potentially. Ah, there. Oh yeah, it's the one that we bent. Forgot about that. No, it's not that actually. Your choose that we need to remove the C-clip inside. So these ones are not like with an external C-clip like a lot of the modern one. And that C-clamp is just inside there. Oh, do you, are you, well, no, it does, it won't work, right? If I press it with the C-clamp in place, it won't actually loosen it or anything. Yeah, it's the clip. Just getting access to the old clip is awful. It's absolutely awful. So I have no clue how to get it out of there. Like they are seated in there properly and all that. So it's gonna be a tough one. I will need to be able to rotate it a little bit, but again, even there, I'm not sure it is doable. Maybe like so. I think I'm gonna need to figure out a better way than that. I don't remember the video. I check how they did it because yes, usually I'm always looking at a video before starting to work on anything. Oh, I might have a little something with that. As I'm clamping the other side at the same time, it seems to help quite a lot. So let's try maybe even with that one here. Because it provides a little bit of it. It just doesn't go just. Oh no, I broke the plier actually doing that. I snapped it. Huh. Hey, Hercher, have you heard about, I'm sorry for those who were already there when I mentioned it. Have you heard about what challenge I'm going to be doing in about a week from now? Just under a week from now. If you want to be around, you're going to be more than welcome. Oh yeah, it's actually like damaging my pliers quite good. Let's try the other side here just in case that one wants to work. Nope, no better luck there. You have it? All right. There's going to be an official announcement in the Discord tonight or tomorrow. But basically, in next Sunday, so next Sunday, the 28th, I'm planning to do a long stream on iRacing. It's going to be the idea of the kiloton from TFG, but with laps. So basically, I'm starting at 0 out of 420 laps. So the idea is to do 420 laps in one sitting, and people can actually gift and do things to actually remove laps that are completed. So if I'm at 16, at 70 out of 420, for example, so 70 completed laps out of 420, well, someone can gift one sub and make the counter go back to 69 out of 420. Nice. So that's the idea basically. So I'm trying to do that in one sitting. Just by itself, 420 laps is about 10 hour, I would say, worth of iRacing. And we're not talking loading time or anything. We're just talking straight up racing. It's about 10 hours. So I'm gonna be like in VR for a long time. Just a punch, screwdriver, etc., and a hammer, and a few swift swing usually break them free. Mm. So yeah, so hope I'm gonna see you around there. It should be pretty interesting to see how long I stay in VR and if I'm getting sick on stream or not. Are you talking just directly smashing on them? I can try that. Actually, I haven't, and usually I'm the one guy going a little bit too intense on my things. So let's do it. I'm gonna try to break them free. Be tough. Let's just try to at least break them free, as Virtue said. I can just make them move at least. Break the corrosion out. Yeah, with the purse. Straight up with the purse. Ree. Maybe I'm just gonna heat the shit out of it, see if it works. Yeah, I can try that too. That's a good idea. Good idea. Where is it? I had the can not so far. A little long ago. It's on the ground there. The blaster. Maybe I'm just gonna let it sit in that a little bit. But yeah, maybe we're gonna heat the shit out of it too. Oh man, honestly, they are more than due. That's something I should have done in the first place. But like, since now we were suspecting it could have been that for the bearings blowing up, and like the weird behavior of the LSD, I plan on changing them. But I know now for a fact it was probably not that. But yeah, now since we're here, might as well. Like, I've removed them from the car again. Might as well do it. Yeah, that's true. If it's a liquid, it cannot be stuck. Fact, straight fact. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the next step. Honestly, just a bit of lubricant now. Try to break up the grease, and then let's heat them up. Anyway, we're changing them. There's nothing. Only thing I need to preserve is that rubber there. Otherwise, everything can burn to the ground. Might smell a bit weird, but otherwise should be good, right? I'm gonna put that on the outer side of the seat there. As I said, I ordered some from Rock Auto and it wasn't the right part, so that sucks. Like it's not the right bearing, but I'm gonna take the measurement of these and see how it goes. Can't be tight if it's a liquid. Straight up out of hell right now. I love the camera angle on that. Like the flame here was freaking awesome. Oh yeah, that, yeah, I love that. And like it pivots on all sides. So it's really helpful sometimes to get those weird angles. I see the grease burn right now, it's crazy. Yep. Whee! Woo! It's a full 360 swivel. And you can buy, like at my local store, you can buy just the tank itself, like the cylinder. So you just move your the upper part, like the head, the blowtorch part, anywhere you need to. All right, how does that look? Are we able to take you out, sir? Let's try not to. Well, now it's loose for sure. Well, not the part we want, but the axle itself seems looser. Let's move it again on this side. I need to make sure not to put my hand on that. Man. Just want you to get loose, sir. Nothing too crazy to ask, I think. Oh! Think we have some movement. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was just some dirt that gave me the impression. Ha! Ha ha ha! Grip it through the bolt for the. Oh! Hey, no, it's okay. I'm actually quite lost, to be honest. Actually, you know what? What I should do is just hold it like that. So that way it cannot move. I should put something to just block it entirely. That way, less movement in the joint. And I should be able to apply a little bit more force to that. So that one, and if I put that here. Let's just make a Frankenstein type of thing where it shouldn't move too much. Ah. A vice grip may help too. For real, what do you want to do with a vice grip? Just want it to be prevented. Here to move. Stop moving, sure. Okay, that's not bad. It's really just now this flange here that needs to stop moving up by a lot. I knew that part wouldn't be fun. That's why in the first place I didn't do that, because I knew exactly how low amount of fun it will be. I swear to God, I knew. Oh yeah, I don't have a big enough one to hold all that, so that's mostly, well, let's take a look. Are you able to hold that, sir? I don't think so, right? Maybe with that small part, the other side's gonna be painful, so, but maybe right here, we can at least hold you. I want to avoid destroying the rubber also on the axle. I mean, boop. Let's try that. Let's see if we can get somewhere with this. Is it great? Nope. Is it going to work? Maybe. Let's find out. It's twisting. Yeah, that's the issue. I don't have an actual properly set up vice grip. And I want to make sure I'm not destroying anything in there too, or bending anything or whatever. Bending shouldn't be an issue, that's for sure. Bro. Just about to try to cut it at this point, but no, I'm kidding. Yeah, if it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid, right? But right now it's not working, so it looks kind of stupid. Okay, that screwdriver sucks ass. Let me try something else. Let's try with a punch to be more precise. Don't have a good angle on it. That's the main issue for now. Doesn't work. That one might do a better job. Bitch. Oh, I thought I had it. But no, that didn't work. Let me try the other side here, since I'm there. Man, those C-clip are not moving whatsoever. Everything else, no problem. That, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Grease. Let me check on the internet. Let me double check the internet. Keyboard. And in the meantime, let it soak in some more of that PB blaster. PB blaster. Okie dokie. 280 ZX half shaft disassembly. Half shaft rebuild. Oh, is that the half of an hour video where he just shows how he removed the C-clamp? Maybe. I think so. Yeah. He has a bigger vice grip than me and it helps. Wait a second, I'm just looking at it. I think he's just not showing actually that. Show me the money. Okay, same type of idea there. 280Z, 280ZX, pretty much the same type of mechanic. Yo, those are so much bigger than what I receive. Oh my gosh. That looks so easy. Yeah, that's the exact same thing. It's just that mine are stuck and then you do that, yeah. I know exactly where I'm heading with that, but guess what? It's not working for now. As long as we're not getting these out, we are in deep trouble. He was basically going in the exact same spot and just getting the exact same idea of what I'm trying to do. So that. So it's the exact same idea and everything, so it's not that we're doing something wrong more than like it just doesn't want to cooperate with us, which sucks, but it's part of the game. Not much it wants to do there, because it doesn't seem like they are under a lot of tension either. Like in itself it seems pretty reasonable there, but yeah. Except letting it soak for a night in some penetrant and heating the shit out of it. Not sure I have any idea of how I would get that out. Nope. Hmm. Well, I'm getting bored on that part. I feel like I'm gonna go check a bunch of video on how to do it and then come back later on this week, maybe tomorrow, to make it work. I think that's gonna be a shorter stream today. We're gonna get that out of our mind for now. Well, I'm gonna go inside, just take a look at all that. What we can do though in the first place is also torture. Yeah, well, I think what I'm gonna do now is just like take a chill. I'm gonna go watch a few ideas of a bunch of people. Since I don't have any way the good part to put in there, I'm gonna take the measurement for now. Oh, I was in the wrong cam, by the way. Dual side. I'm sorry. Was I? I'm not sure. So what we're gonna do is take the measurement of that just to make sure we order the right thing this time. I'm gonna double check if we had that option there. But basically here we go for this 81 mil and then cover here 28 mil on the cover diameter, and like I said, that one should just match the exact same thing of 81. Yep. So again, let's double check everything. Up. Yep, 28 mil. So I'm gonna double check that, order the right thing, and then boom, we're gonna be up and running and trying to get those rebuilt properly. Because honestly, that's like probably that was the one thing I thought will fail on the car in the first test drive. In the end, it ended up being a wheel bearing, and but I do not consider I've done like actually a real first test drive, as it was like mechanical issues due to not like properly assembling everything. Now that this is like technically fixed, that should be the weakest spot on the car, and just rebuilding those U-joint will probably mean I have a more reliable car to start with. That's also part of a plan in the future to get these fully reworked into some actual CV axle. So I would love to have CV axle with flange on both ends, and just like ask a shop to do some custom one that can handle the HP we're gonna be pulling to the ground, because that's super important. HP and torque. Actually, it's a lot of torque, because the torque is when everything like the power goes through and it start twisting. Your wheel, if they grip to the ground well, CV axle, half shaft, stuff like that is the first thing to take the hit. Then it goes all the way back to differential, transmission, all that. And like, if the car is proven reliable, that's going to be a weak spot, which is not a bad weak spot, just that there's better thing. You can improve that, so that's good. Guys, on that, I'm going to leave you there. Well, I mean, it's been a 3-hour stream, not too bad. I will just leave it there. Go check if I can actually get the proper parts, get some technique. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much that, to be honest. Please tell me I won't hear myself. No, we're good. Cool. Well, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. You are the bestest. I'm gonna just close the stream. I don't know who to rate right now, and I'm just too dirty to start messing around with the keyboard and all that. The grease is actually awful. So, guys, you're the best. I'm gonna catch you, if everything goes well, tomorrow. I'm gonna be back here and we're gonna keep going on that. So I might give it a try just before stream to see if I'm actually not stuck for hours on that. And if not, we're gonna keep going. Otherwise, yeah, we're gonna figure out something. Maybe I'm gonna be on iRacing tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna be on something else. Who knows? We'll see that there. I love you all. Have a very good evening. Catch you later.